Thanks for hopping in, joining us today. We're going to take a look at AED machines, features and functions, really what it is that they actually do. There's been a lot of media attention recently, a lot of national news surrounding AED machines. So we thought it would be great to put this quick video together just to show you a couple features of them and talk through exactly what it is they do and why they're so effective. So again, AED machines can be used on any person of any age under any condition, with the exception of a couple things. Number one, if the person's chest area where the pads go or between the pads is moist or wet, we would have to dry the chest because obviously water particles can throw off the analysis of the device as well as its electrical shock. Second thing is if the pads come in direct contact with any kind of wiring. So when you think of wiring, think undergarments, things like that. Maybe not always necessary to fully remove undergarments or underclothing to place the pads, but again, it might be needed if the pads are going to come in contact at any point in its use. Okay, so the important thing to take a note of with AED machines, big picture, is they are highly effective in restoring the normal cardiac rhythm of somebody's heart. So in other words, your heart is like a battery. It has electrical impulses in it. It's about the size of your fist in the middle of your chest. We place the AED pads on the upper right and the lower left. We call that the anterior and lateral position in pad placement. So that way those pads, those electrodes, can analyze the heart's electrical activity. So if it determines a condition where the heart's electrical impulses are rapid, chaotic, abnormal, it will push an electrical shock to help restore a normal cardiac rhythm. So that's exactly what the machine does. It restores a normal cardiac rhythm because the heart's current rhythm is abnormal and chaotic, right? It's firing from all over the place. So with that said, a common myth and misconception for these devices is, oh, it restarts the heart. That's actually not what it does, right? It restores the normal electrical impulses in the heart to make it function again, okay? Function correctly again. So with that said, highly effective. We do want to activate these as quickly as possible during any cardiac event. We saw on Monday Night Football with Damar Hamlin, this device is in part, as well as the quick response and the chain of survival that he experienced was very high and helped save that young man's life. So again, these devices are highly effective. They're relatively straightforward and simple to use. 2 steps to use an AED machine. Number 1, turn it on. Once you turn a machine on, it will give you audible prompts and walk you through step by step what to do. Step 2 to using an AED machine. Listen and follow the prompts. Again, really user friendly. They will walk you through step by step exactly what to do, right? Remove the clothing, call 911, remove the clothing, attach pads. The pads have pictures on them. Some of them have graphical display, they have visual display, all of them are audibly prompted. In other words, they'll talk you through step by step what to do. And you can see here with our HeartSign 350P model that we have in our training site, relatively easy to use, comes right in the bag, lightweight, portable, on.
Adult patient, call for medical assistance. Remove clothing from patient's chest.
Remove clothing.
Bare skin. Pull green tab to remove pads.
Pull green tab. Pads have pictures on them. They show you exactly where to put them. They have pictures on the back.
Liner.
You can see exactly where to place those pads. And again, when a person's heart is experiencing
patient's bare chest, as shown in picture.
What we call
firmly to memory full.
A ventricular fibrillation or a pulseless ventricular tachycardia, it's going to push an electric shock into that person to help restore that normal cardiac rhythm. So that's how we want to use the AED machine. That's why they're so valuable and they're so important. My recommendation is a couple things. Number 1, especially in the workplace, ask the question, do we have an AED machine on site? Oftentimes 50% of people in the workforce, they don't even know if they have one. Number 2 you want to ask is, where is it? How do we locate it? How quickly can I get to it? Can I access it? Number 3, get trained. Learn how to use the AED machine. As I just demonstrated for you, it's relatively straightforward. It's relatively simple to use. There are specific types of training that you can get in the workplace to make sure that you can be compliant, you can be regulated, and again, you can respond and know how to respond to these sudden cardiac arrests and also help keep the workplace safe. Hope you guys found value in that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. There's some links below that you can follow and click on. A lot of different types of devices out there, a lot of features, a lot of different things that go into the devices. Don't just go buy an AED machine online. Talk to a professional to see what machine would be best for your workplace setting. Again, they have different features and functionality that might be more beneficial for one group versus another group. So again, ask those questions, look into it, do your research, do your homework. Feel free to reach out if there's anything we can do to help you out. Hopefully you guys have a great one. Hopefully you found some value in the video today. Thanks again for joining us. See you out there.